What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Want to show you a set of really interesting watches. Hey, this set is sent to me by Straton. It's Straton Legera Standard and Bullhead line here, and they are on loan to me, just kind of passing through the Panda Research Institute here, and I just wanted to show them to you. I kind of did a little unboxing because they weren't really labeled, and I kind of wanted to figure out what I had here. So they come in this little box, so I'm assuming when you order it, you'll get this nice little travel case. It's pretty clever. It looks like you get the tool here. And as far as I could tell, all the cases were essentially about the same, but they're kind of nice. A little like Naugahyde type case there. But really, what we're all here for are the watches. Now, I wanted to show these to you because, as I understand it, these are on sale, and they are going to be limited stock. I don't want to call them limited edition, but I think that the stock that they've made, as they sell out, that's all they're going to have. Now, I might be wrong about that, but that's kind of my understanding. So check it out at Stratton if you want to check these watches out in more detail. But what we have here, as I understand it, is called the Legera line, and I just want to kind of pick some up here because, first of all, I want to show you that what we have here is a really nice, almost cushion style case, very heavy, very weighty, brushed stainless steel, a little polished edge there, nice big kind of gear edged bezel up here, and as you can see, unidirectional with a pip at the noon position there, so you can use this like a diver's watch. Really nice, precise clicks. I do love the color scheme on this. It's kind of like the golf racing look. And what I have here, over here, is a very similar looking watch, but this is the Standard, and this is the Bullhead. And what makes these different, obviously, is kind of everything outside of the dial. You can see here, this is kind of a traditional watch case. I love this perforated racing band, black with orange stitching. That's very kind of traditional, but you can see here, really what makes it different is that we have this onion style crown on the side here at the 3 o'clock that you'd expect, but the crown on this one is at the noon position, and you have the pushers here for the chronograph. Now, I want to also tell you that I think there are a couple of differences here, which you can probably make out if you look at the dials. First of all, we'll take a close look at the dials because they're going to be very similar. I love the orange and blue. It's a little bit bold, but like I said, it has a lot of racing heritage to it, which is a great style here. You can see almost aviation-like dials, sub-dials on there, and just a lot of detail, tachymeter on the outer ring on both of these. And again, unidirectional bezel on this one, so you could use it for timing or, well, tachymeter function, or presumably even diving. I did notice that they are a screw-down crown. But what you might be able to see here is if I look at the sub-dial here, you can see how it's sweeping on that second hand, or that seconds hand. And over here, the seconds is on this side, obviously different movements, but it's ticking. And that's because this is a meca-quartz, and this one's an automatic movement. Now, the movement is going to be the Swiss 7750, and the meca-quartz is going to be the Seiko VK series, either the 67 or the 63, depending on the watch. So the 67 in the Bullheads and the 63 in the Standards. So really what you have the option of doing, because I want to put these down here for a second, I'll tell you a lot of weight. And I will show you here why I kind of struggle with this a little bit. Is no exhibition back, so it's a little hard to see what the movements are. And as far as I could tell, I never saw them printed like auto or quartz or anything on there. Oops, a little sweat. So anyway, so basically you can, if you like the style, I can say, hey, I want it in the Standard, I want it in the Bullhead. Now let's quick flash to these, because now what you can see here is that we have them switched. And what you might be able to see, seconds hand here ticking on the Standard model, and here on the seconds hand right there, down on the bottom, sweeping, because this one is the automatic and this one is a quartz. So you get a lot of opportunity here to mix and match kind of based on what you really prefer. And again, these two are different color schemes here, just really beautiful. Again, even more perforations on this one. It has a more of a vintage racing look. I really dig this. You can get the brown and the orange on the dial, a little iridescence on the dial, and again, similar style there, the Stratton logo. You get some square pushers here And even though this is a meca-quartz, what you'll end up having is really nice, there you go, features pushing it down. I actually didn't push it down far enough. I didn't let it click. So let me just kind of show you is that if I push it down here, I can feel the wall, and then boom, really nice solid reset. And that's kind of the trademark of, or the hallmark of the meca-quartz, is that we have kind of a mechanical stopwatch interface, despite the fact, and you can see how it's not just ticking on the seconds, it's has more intervals like in automatic movement. And so you have kind of a little bit of a hybrid between automatic watch features as well as kind of a quartz back end, kind of the heart of it. So beautiful watch on there. And then here, again, like I said, we have the bullhead, but unlike this bullhead where we have quartz, now we have an automatic movement there. Otherwise, very similar. This one's obviously I think a DLC case. What's always interesting about these bullheads too is that they're thicker up here because you basically have to house your pushers and your crown. Sometimes this is actually pretty minimal. It's gonna tilt the watch just a little bit forward towards you, which I actually think is a really brilliant angle, although the watches look a little bit different. But that's just kind of the nature of them. And I've seen some bullheads with a really extreme tilt, some of the ones that you've seen on here before. Now this has like a suede-like finish on the band, and you can see here how it kind of angles up, which makes it really easy to look at, even with my wrist tilted towards you directly. But just a beautiful watch, you know, silver polished hands there. I love this black and orange. That's just a badass looking killer look for me. 42 millimeters on the bullheads, 44 millimeters on the standards. And so, again, I just really love the size. Straps are 22 millimeters wide, luminescence on the hands, which you might have seen, you know, so we have luminescence there, you know, on the kind of those slender hands. Super luminova, which is super nice. And that'll keep you going in the dark. Domed sapphire crystals, which are obviously pretty sweet too. And overall, I just think these Straton Legeras are really nice looking. I'll be honest, I love kind of the dark traditional look, but I'll probably say this one's probably my favorite out of the set here. And again, quartz movement, but there's going to be some trade-offs to all of that, right? So one of the great things about these watches is because of the various ways you can order it up, you can kind of find something in your price point, because the automatic movement is quite a bit more expensive than the quartz movement. So if you really care, you know, you like the automatic movements, you like the longevity of them, you're one of those guys that hates quartz, whatever reason, you know, you could get this. And I still think it's a pretty good value, right? At like $999, I think is the number on it. It's still a lot of watch for the money, and it's really unique looking. And man, like I said, it's got some heft. But if you want the reliability of quartz, you like the simplicity of it, you love the meca-quartz features and having a chronograph on the side that's really accurate, well, then you can pick this up. And that's only, I want to say, I thought it was in like the $300 range. So that's amazing. And it might be like a $500 or $600 retail, but I've kind of seen the prices be pretty respectable on the website. So anyway, listen, don't quote me on those. Whenever someone's watching the video, the prices are subject to change. They may sell out, what have you. But if you like these, either in the traditional or these really clever bullheads, go to the Straton website, check it out. You might just find the version that you fall in love with. Like I said, this isn't the only permutations of them, so you can really find something that fits your style and budget. I'll put a link to it in the description. Peter von Panda, out.